Pinterest and look for a floor plan. Just a regular small little apartment floor plan, nothing too crazy. Then I'm just bringing it into Procreate. And resizing it so that it'll fit the space properly to the biggest size that I can. And I'm just being picky here and cutting off part of the picture. And then I'm just going to use the opacity and make it lighter so that I can draw on top of it. And here I just turned on the drawing guide so I can make sure the lines are straight. So I pretty much got all of the balls done, and if you saw my short where I was making the material library, this is where I'm just going to drag it in to the floor plan and pop it in. Then I just scale it down to fit inside, and just, you can see I'm dragging it over and making it fit kind of on top of what the bed is in the original drawing. Just separating them out and moving it to be a little bit closer in and fit better. And then on this one, I'm just gonna end up erasing the other little table that I'd drawn out. Okay, and now I'm grabbing the chair and little stool and gonna put it over in the living room area. Okay, now I'm gonna pick a flooring and drag it over. And of course the scale is way too big, so I'll scale it down and then copy it and make it fit. fix the opacity in the lines so that it looks more uniform, since I didn't do the best of job drawing that out the first time. Okay, now just erasing the extra bits, and time to get the rest of the flooring fixed. And this one I picked the tile, the herringbone one, which I've never seen before in a home physically, but I always thought it was really pretty, even though usually installers hate doing that work. Okay, now let's start grabbing more materials. And these are rugs. Hopefully you can tell that. And I'm going with the blue one, just because blue is my favorite color. Before in interior design school, I was using markers all the time, and they were the Prismacolor markers with the, I don't know, I think I had 150 of them. Crazy expensive, but it was so much fun, and my favorite class that I was doing. So hopefully I can get the rendering for interiors to work better for Procreate, instead of having to carry around the massive box of markers, even though I still have them with me, but I'd rather not drag them everywhere. And I'm still just scaling it down to the kind of size that it fits on top of the floor plan that was there before. And those are supposed to be lamps. Well, The dark one is a floor lamp, and then I thought the white one would be a floor lamp, or it was going to be a desktop lamp. Totally, just let me know if this is helpful at all. Does this make any sense? Or do you want to see more of this? Please just let me know. Alright, so now here are the materials I had done for a bathroom. And again, just grabbing those and dropping them into the floor plan picture. And it's definitely not the best design of a bathroom. And you'll see I kind of change things up a little bit. Plus, as an American, we don't usually have bidets, and yeah. So I'm just gonna take that out. I imagine this is probably like a 3-foot long vanity, because a lot of times bathrooms are 5 feet by. Okay, so I totally did that thing where I completely forgot to record the rest of what I was doing. But here you can see I've finished the flooring, I've got some shadows built in, and I've got the kitchen done, and I even did the outdoor patio with some little lights and plants. Got the little lamp beside the bedside table, and I made the bathroom look much better. And then the blue cabinet is just supposed to be like a closet, I guess, next to the door. But as you can see here in the kitchen from what they had before, I moved the fridge to beside that wall and not beside the window, because that's just not a good idea. And usually you want the stove to be more centered and kind of like a focal point. And then I put the sink in the island. Usually for your working triangle in the kitchen, you don't want it to be over 9 feet per angle. and to keep it as small as possible. And usually you want it to be in a triangle. You don't want it to be in a straight line. You don't want it to be a wonky, weird triangle. So yeah, this is just one of those plans that you do for kitchens. From here you can see I'm kind of drawing the pathway direction through the whole entire apartment and how you would walk through it, move through each room. Now I'm going to start adding some light to the area, like the sunlight's coming through the windows, and just adding it on a separate layer and doing the soft brush and lowering the opacity. You don't want it to be too in your face, but just highlighting where through the windows and how the sun would come in. So yeah, here it is, the final product. And just let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. Is this something you want to see more of, less of? Let me know. Thanks so much.